Hey Grace family, welcome back to our midweek check-in and welcome to 2024. So last Sunday we looked at John chapter 5 and really focused on the story where Jesus healed this man who had been laying there waiting by the pool for 38 years, paralyzed. And he healed this man, and some of the observations we made from this man's own perspective and how he lived his life, we were able to apply to our own life and our own faith. And a lot of things we talked about, just placing our faith and our trust in Jesus Christ alone. And we looked at that with the lens of looking into 2024 as a brand new year. And we talked about, New Year's resolutions and how there's a 94% fail rate and why that is. And one of the conclusions we threw out is that a lot of times we focus on personal growth powered by personal strength. And so for 2024 beyond, we want to be a church that's focused on spiritual growth. Because what happens a lot is we'll get going, and as we have these personal growth goals, the minute it gets hard, we tend to kind of let it go, and they fall off to the wayside, and we fail in achieving those goals. But with spiritual growth as our goal, no matter what happens in life, the good, the bad, the terrible, everything in between, God uses to strengthen our faith and make us more like Himself. And that was the goal we set for 2024. God, how do you want to strengthen my faith? And how do you want to make me more like yourself and our church and this body more like yourself in 2024? So to kind of meet you in the middle of your week, I wanted to build off of that a little bit and read the first two verses of Colossians chapter 3. And they say this: "Since then, you've been raised with Christ. Set your hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things." And I think that verse does is it just gives us that eternal perspective, which is such a key for being able to have goals like spiritual growth. If I just keep focused on the here and now, I'm going to miss a lot of what God is doing. But as we go throughout our day, striving to keep Christ at the center of who we are and what we do, if we set our minds on things above, set our hearts on things above, then we'll often be looking for the answer to the question of, God, what are you doing here? And how can that strengthen my faith in you? And how can that make me more like you? So I just want to encourage you as we begin 2024 with the goal of God, strengthen my faith and make me more like you. I want to encourage you to keep that eternal perspective, to keep our minds focused on things above, our hearts focused on things above, so we're ready to hear and listen from Him as we go through every day as He desires to make us more like Himself. If you want to do a little bit more with that, keep looking in Colossians chapter 3, verses 12 through 17. They really talk about putting on the new self, putting on the character of Christ. There's a lot of spiritual goals that we could find in that. So read through that, pray through that, and just follow God's leading in that. So looking ahead at this next Sunday, we've actually got a member of our preaching team who is going to be preaching. Randy Vogel is going to be sharing this Sunday, and he's going to be preaching from Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 9. That'll be his main scripture reference. And the whole theme for that, he's going with Welcome to the Wilderness. So there's probably going to be some things in there, those seasons, those moments in life that are uncertain, that we don't really know, but we know God is doing something, and He's got something to teach us there. So excited to learn alongside you for that this Sunday. In the meantime, have a great rest of your week. We'll look forward to seeing you back here Sunday morning at 9 a.m. and we'll have a full service again. So first hour, second hour. So we'll see you Sunday morning at 9 a.m.